Hey guys, it's time for another episode of Always Listen to Jencita, which I know sounds totally like into myself, but one of my followers came up with it and I thought it was funny, so I just kind of roll with it. It's always good to be able to laugh at yourself and make fun of yourself because other people are going to as well, and if you can't, then you're just going to be really depressed in life. So just roll with it. Try not to care about too much about what other people think about you because people are always going to have an opinion of you, but I don't think it matters unless they actually know you. For instance, there's a lot of people that don't know me that say a lot of rude things and bad things about me on a daily basis and do things, but I mean, I think nothing of it. I think it's one, interesting and kind of pathetic that they sit around talking about someone they don't even know. And two, that's just it. They don't know me, so they don't know what I'm really like. And if they did actually meet me, then they would probably think a lot differently. So, I mean, that's what I've come across. I've met tons of people who people talk about and say, oh, they're horrible, they're evil, they're mean. And you meet them and they're like the sweetest people ever. And you're just like, those people are just, jealous, they don't know them, something. But, anyways, so don't judge other people. Like, for one thing, don't judge people based on something you've heard. Because that's not fair. If you don't know them, you can't judge them just because all your friends think they're evil and mean. Until you've met them and you've had a conversation with them or they've done something rude to you, I think you should give everyone a chance. I'm not going to hate someone just because one of my best friends doesn't like them. Unless they've given me a reason to not like them, then hey, like them or just don't talk about them. Anyways, one of my followers asked me to talk about my ACM experience in Vegas, and I said I would. So it was 3 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday and Saturday is pretty much just you go to whatever events you want to go to. There's a bunch of events, free concerts at different times. There's a fanfare hall. You can buy concert tickets to go see artists, but I just went to some of the free shows because some of my favorites are playing. Like Charlie Worsham played 2 shows. He played once on Friday night and also on Saturday. And Katie Armiger played on Saturday as well, and that was really funny. No, she played Friday night. So she was playing at the stage, and then she was having a meet and greet afterwards at one of the little booths. So they told us to go to the booth, and she'll come over and she'll say hi. So we were all at this booth, and then they ended up taking her to the wrong booth. And they came over like 20 minutes later, and they're like, oh, sorry, we took her to the wrong booth, and like nobody was there, so she left. And we were like, what? Like, who does that? So it was really sad. So I had tweeted her, and she replied, and she's like, I'm still over by the stage, come back. And we were like, already like by where we were supposed to be to go see Charlie, but we were early. We were just gonna go watch him sound check, which we ended up doing. But so we ran back over there and we got to meet her. So that was awesome. So if you ever get discouraged or disheartened about something, feel free to not be rude about it, but like if I hadn't tweeted Katie and I just was like, oh, that sucks, like bummer, I would have never gotten to meet her that night. And it was so awesome because we just had more time to talk one-on-one, and she's really amazing and she's super nice. We ended up running into her after the ACM Awards too. She saw my friends that I was with, Bree and Kaylee, and she was like, oh, where's Jen? And so that was really sweet. So yeah, I got to see her afterwards too. Um, and also just like it's little things like that. Like I had met her one time and she had already you know, was asking about me, wondering about me. Not because I'm some amazing person, but just because you have to take the time to get to know these artists that you want to support and promote and stuff. And I say start off while they are small and never take for granted anyone. Like we were standing in line and we're like, to meet someone. We were waiting to meet Love and Fast, and then we met Tate Stevens because he was having a meet and greet before that. And it's like sometimes you don't even know who these artists are. And I have found that the artists that I knew nothing about are some of the artists that I have ended up promoting. I remember last year I was in CMA Fest, and I was waiting in line to meet Mallory Hope, and I'd already seen her the day before, but come on, any chance to see again someone you love, you're gonna take it. So I was waiting to meet her, and then afterwards there was Miss Willie Brown was right next to her, and when I was leaving, the lady that was kind of help running was like, oh, don't you want to like meet them and like take a picture with them? And I was like, oh, you can do that? Like, I didn't know. So I ended up meeting them and talking to them, and they were so instantly nice, and honestly, like, they're one of my favorites now. Like, I love them. And now it's just Amanda Watkins who will be performing the Miss Willie Brown song. So Miss Willie Brown is now Amanda Watkins because Casey decided she didn't want to do music right now, but she's going to still be writing with Amanda and stuff, so that's cool. They're still good friends. So yeah, I mean, if I hadn't done that and if I was just like, no, it's okay, like, I don't know who they are, bam, missing out on such great music. And I know it's a lot. Sometimes people are like, oh, you should go check this person out. Oh, check this person out. And you're just like, I support so many people. I listen to so many people. And I get frustrated. But I know there's like a lot of people who just support one person or maybe like a couple. And it's like you're limiting yourself to just a tiny bit of music. And there's so much great artists out there. And a lot of people tell me, they say like, oh, how do you get noticed, or like how do you get to do this, or how do you get to do so many amazing things? And the fact of the matter is, like, I go out there and I do them, and I know a lot of you can't because you're young and you can't just do a bunch of things. And that's one of the great things about me being older is that I can do those things. So once again, it's not like I'm the luckiest person in the world. I definitely am blessed about certain things, but I go out there and I work my butt off to try and promote people that I love, and it comes back to you. Good things happen to good people, not all the time, but I'm not trying to say I'm some amazing person, because I don't think that I am, but I think hard work pays off, and patience pays off, and, I had been waiting at the ACMs on Sunday to try and see Taylor again, because I have been to several events in the last 2 years, especially. Just going to award shows, movie premieres, different things that Taylor's been at, and I even won the MTV thing in New York to go see Taylor, and that was when they interviewed fans, and she took a group picture with them all afterwards. And I ended up being able to win a spot into that, and when I got there, I had been driving for over 3 hours. I had flown from California to New York, and I ended up not being able to go because I was too late, and they had already taken the group down, and they wouldn't let me down. And afterwards, we waited around, and afterwards she came out and she met some of the fans. But it's just one of those things where that happens to me all the time. It's like not a surprise. It's like, there is Taylor 2 feet away, but she doesn't see me for the millionth time. She has no idea who I am. And it's discouraging sometimes because, I do go to so many events. I do go to a lot of promotions, and I get pushed or shoved like every single time. So she never sees me, and sometimes if she walks by me, she doesn't recognize me, so she doesn't know me. So I can't never like really say hi or talk to her or anything. So, I mean, that's just one of those things though. But I get sad, but then at the same time, I'm like, oh, it's probably good I didn't get to talk to Taylor because I'm sure there would be like 1,000 people hating on me, just like when I went to the Taylor Swift concert in Omaha. And everyone thought I got Club Red, and I have no idea why. I was just posting, I got to go on a backstage tour because I won a contest with kids. So I got to walk through Club Red, and one of my friends took pictures, and so I had tweeted a picture or something, and there's people that I've met Taylor several times who were like, oh my gosh, she got Club Red, it's so unfair, blah, blah, blah. And they're like updating about me. And they're like, oh wait, she didn't get Club Red, never mind, thank God. And I'm just like, really? We've met Taylor 3 times, so why do you care, first of all? But that's sad. That's sad that there's people out there like that, and that's the truth of it, is that there is. Even people that have met Taylor are still mean to people. So, I mean, I think it's best if I, never meet Taylor again, because I did get to meet her 2 years ago, and it was amazing, and I won't take that for granted. I won't forget those moments, but, yes, I have been to 20 or more so events of hers and been like this close to her, but she hasn't seen me. So, but yes, going to so many events and stuff, not just for Taylor, but a lot of artists I love, like Thompson Square, Mallory Hope, Charlie Worsham, Regina Bellum, Christy Lee Cook, so many people that you sort of develop this reputation of being someone who promotes people. And it's come with a lot of opportunities that I don't really talk about, but there has been stuff that I have done, worked on, officially, some stuff with Taylor even, but I don't get benefits or rewards or meet and greets or anything. But I will say that when you do get opportunities like that, like especially me with Thompson Square, I started promoting them when they were really still kind of more unknown. I mean, they had a #1 song out, so they were on the rise. They were still really small. And it's led me now to be able to work on some of their official websites. And for me, that's awesome. They're like my favorite people in the world, and I get to not only help promote them, but I get to see them all the time. And, their management team knows me, the band knows me. Like, a lot of people there know me. And so that's kind of the same thing as, like, they see how hard you work, they see your passion, your level of dedication, and they appreciate that, you guys. There's been other people who promote Carrie Underwood, who promote Lady Antebellum, and they get to go to the meet and greets, and they get to have special opportunities that other fans might not. And yes, I understand sometimes it's frustrating that we see that happen, but at the same time, you have to realize that some of those people that are getting to go to that, they work really hard. And not that you don't, because a lot of you promote Taylor and do a lot of those things, but I'm just saying, sometimes it happens for people and other times it doesn't, but we shouldn't be hating on people just because we're jealous and we want those opportunities. Because when you do that, when you let that hate in and you let that jealousy in, it just sends off bad signals, and it kind of, I think it hinders you from letting good things happen to you, because people just see your attitude and they don't want to give you anything because they see you in a certain way now. But anyways, so basically when we were on the red carpet, like I said, I had been waiting over a year because it's like, okay, I'm gonna see Taylor on the red carpet, because she always comes around to everyone on the red carpet, and she says hi to everyone. She's always like the last person to show up. So of course we had to get there really early in the morning, and she doesn't come until like closer to 5 o'clock. So it's a long day. They changed the red carpet this year, so it was really depressing. I didn't get to meet anyone. I took some pictures of people from a distance, but the girl that was there was a couple of people in front of me, and I was like, I just want to see Taylor. I'll let you have everyone else. But if Taylor comes, please just let me take a picture. So, by the time it was the end of the day, the girl, pulled me up to the front. So if Taylor did come by, I could say hi to her. But the way the red carpet worked this year is we were standing kind of like right here, and the limos would come last year, and they would drop the people off, and they'd walk over here. And last year we were over here in the corner, and like hardly anyone came over there. Like some people did, and we got to meet a few people. But most of the people just came like right here. So this year, everyone went over here, and like nobody came over here. And Taylor usually goes around to everyone. She went over to the corner last time. I didn't get to see her then. I mean, either, but she ran out of time because she just comes late, and then she didn't get to. So that was kind of sad. But that was just like the whole day, the whole red carpet thing. I didn't get to see Thompson Square or Kelly Lee Bannon. Kelly Lee Bannon had tweeted me like twice that day. I was like, I'm at the red carpet, and she's like, I want to see you. But they changed the red carpet thing, and they just dropped the people off, and they went straight there. So it was kind of really sad and depressing, especially because we were there for so long. But we did end up seeing Jeannie from the Ellen Show. We saw her earlier in the morning, and we went over and said hi to her. And she's so nice. She has so much energy. She's just like someone you love automatically, instantly. And we could have not come and talked to her, you know. But I think it paid off in the end because afterwards everyone left the red carpet. They're like, oh, it's over, and everyone left. And I was just kind of like, let's just stay here for a while because we were all like sad. And then we went and took a picture on the red carpet once everyone had left, and we were just kind of like one of the last few people there. And then Jeannie came by and she's like, what are you girls doing tonight? And I was just like, oh, nothing. Like, we're gonna go home. And she's like, how would you like to go to the ACMs? And we're like, what? And she gave us free tickets to go inside to watch the show. And it was like the best thing ever. But, I mean, if we had just left, we would never have that opportunity. So I think it's one of those things where, again, we had been waiting all day and nothing good happened. But then finally, something good happened. So, yeah, I mean, you just never know. And just don't ever give up. You got to keep trying because for a million no's, you'll finally get one yes. And it's going to be that one yes that pays off. And I think that's for a lot of it. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, you win everything, you do everything. And you have to realize for the amount of stuff that I get opportunities for, there's a million other things that I didn't get to do. And there's a million things that I have tried to do and worked really hard at doing. So, anyways, I'm not even really sure what this episode is supposed to be about. I guess my experiences about ACMs and whatnot. And I'm looking forward to CMA Fest. If any of you are going, be sure to come say hi if you see me. I don't know what like any of you guys look like, especially because a lot of you have like Taylor Swift as your Twitter picture. But even so, even if you don't, like, I don't know what most of you guys look like. So if you see me, just come say hi. Don't be afraid or shy or anything. Like, I'm a normal person, so yeah. Anyway, so do you like that giant picture of Audrey Hepburn? I want to get it hung up, but we'll see. And another thing I've been working on is pillows, which some of you might know. I'll show you my sewing machines over there. I'm working on these. Wizard of Oz. They were a pair of pants, actually, and I turned them into pillows, and it's going to be really cute. I'm going to, it says there's no place like home, but I'm going to go over that with, like, sparkly stuff. And I'm going to put 3 of them together, like this. So, yeah, that's another thing, like, that's really cool, is if you want to do something, just go for it. You never know how well it might turn out. And things have been going pretty well with pillows, so that's really awesome. And if there is anything that you guys want me to talk more about, be sure and leave me a comment or a message. And I will try to do that. And sorry it's been such a long time. But anyways, never give up. Keep trying. You're awesome. You're amazing. And I love you. Bye, guys.